And if you at home sleep, what you in this for? Cause it ain't no peace till we win this war.
Yeah, we got that fire, so don't run from the scripts. They get the gun from your hip, get hit with the fire. Not the fire that come from a clip, but the fire that come from my lips. So we ready to blaze. When that alarm erupt, that mean it's time that we armor up. Yeah, these heathens be really thinking they harming us, but our God won't allow them to tarnish us. They gon' honor us, so we advise them to let go. It was awesome to get go. It'll be the Omega when they see that purple and gold with the boots on the ground like a step show. Echo, let's go, take over the planet. Just as long as the Lord behind us, these heathens can't stand it.
Quiet on set. The Dark Side of Kids TV examined various scandals and abuses at the kids channel Nickelodeon, especially at the hands of Dan Schneider.
Children aren't supposed to be subject to anything sexual until they're of age.
That's why you have to be mindful of what you let your kids watch.
That's it.
A lot of times we just sit our kids in front of the TV and we have no idea what they're paying attention to.
Look at it, every show that you watch always has a sexual innuendo. Every single one.
You wonder, like, what do your kids, certain kids learn certain things from at a young age? Like, I know he ain't been nowhere. They always been in my house. Where they learn this from? They learning it from these perverted white men that's over these children's TV shows.
You have Jewish organizations who consistently put out propaganda against IUIC. But I have not heard anything about the creator of Good Burger,
right?
The creator of all that, the creator Keenan and Kel, being a Jewish pedophile.
Prophecies need to hurry up. Whoa. Dropping bombs on America. Whoa. Crisis coming for Syria.
We back. Signs of the times, baby. We bringing the truth to we run radio. We run Detroit. All right. So check it out, man. We got some good stuff. We about to talk about some world news now. We just broke down some stuff that we found in Detroit, but now we're gonna have to talk about the world, because as the prophets, we've been commissioned by our God, the Most High God of heaven and earth, the only true and living God, to bring out the things and let all the earth know who is the son of perdition. I know you heard that in church before. Who's the son of perdition? What the hell is that? I don't even know what perdition means. It's just a white man. It's okay. So, we got an article for y'all. Read that, bro.
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider. If you don't know who Dan Schneider is, you're going to learn today.
Oh, Dan.
Uh-oh.
And Nickelodeon.
And what?
And Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon. Come on.
Scandals from quiet on set. The Dark Side of Kids TV.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The Dark Side of Kids TV. Some of y'all grew up watching Nickelodeon. I know I did. I grew up watching it. Yeah, Nickelodeon. I remember, Eric. Hi, I'm Paul. If you know what that is, you know you watched Nickelodeon when you was growing up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Quiet on set. The Dark Side of Kids TV examined various scandals and abuses at the kids channel Nickelodeon, especially at the hands of Dan Schneider, a prolific show creator for the network. Schneider's alleged offenses ran the gamut from using minor actors in kids' shows and sexual innuendos and overworking his staff. But the abuses endured at Nickelodeon extended beyond Schneider.
It's beyond Schneider because Hollywood is an institution of wickedness. Good.
At least 3 individuals employed by Nickelodeon were convicted of sexually abusing children.
That's disgusting!
Sexually abusing what?
Children.
Children? I know you black.
Children.
CHILVRE. They were sexually abusing children. That's disgusting. Go ahead.
Below, find out the biggest bombshells from quiet on the set and about Dan Schneider, Nickelodeon, and the impacts of abuse on the network stars, including Drake Bell. Please note that the following contains information that is highly disturbing and may be triggered to survivors of sexual harassment, sexual assault, and sexual abuse.
Let's keep going.
Why was Dan Schneider removed from Nickelodeon? There are a lot of reasons Schneider and Nickelodeon split. Some of them were blatant to adults watching the show, if not necessarily obvious to their target audience of kids.
So it was obvious. Some people seen the show like, what the hell? It was like, what was that? So it was obvious why he got removed. There's too many sexual innuendos. Why are there so many sexual innuendos in a children's show? Children aren't supposed to be subject to anything sexual until they're of age. Go ahead.
There are a number of scenes in Snyder's shows, including Zoe 101, that had sexual innuendo being performed by minors, including squirting goo on girls' faces.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Hey, that's why you have to be mindful of what you let your kids watch.
That's it.
A lot of times we just sit our kids in front of the TV and we have no idea what they're paying attention to. But guess what? Subliminally, it seeks down into their psyche and it causes them to, I'll say, act out in certain situations.
That's right. Why you think your son start humping the wall? He watching stuff on TV. The daughter start doing some crazy stuff. You say where? You know what I hear a lot of parents say? Where did you learn that?
Yeah.
Hey, when you look back at all those children's shows that we used to watch growing up, like SpongeBob and Jimmy Neutron, when you look at it, every show that you watch always has a sexual innuendo. Every single one.
You're right.
Yep. Hey, that's real talk. You wonder, like, what do your kids, certain kids learn certain things from at a young age? Like, I know he ain't been nowhere. They always been in my house. Where they learn this from? They learning it from these perverted white men that's over these children's TV shows. You remember that children's TV show? I think it was called Pig. Was something about a pig?
Cow and Chicken. I think it's called Cow and Chicken.
No, I know what you talking about.
Hey,
Not
Cow and Chicken was
man,
crazy.
Cow and Chicken was
They
wild.
saying they can't hear online. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a video. Peppa Pig. Was it Peppa Pig?
Yeah, Peppa Pig.
And it was showing the pig murdering people and shit. And it was on YouTube. Like, they trying to target our children, bro. That's why we got to be way more careful and way more vigilant with what our children is watching.
That's right.
Got to be, because that's crazy.
Keep going.
So I was looking online, right? I'm gonna pull up this thing I found here, cause I wondered, was that there?
Yeah.
I was wondering, who is this guy, right? So this is from the iCarly wiki, right?
Oh, Dan Snyder. You
It
saying
said,
who is
yeah,
it?
Dan Snyder is Jewish.
Oh.
And most of his TV shows, he uses the main character title as that such. So
Revelation 2.
this man, what's crazy about it is, you have Jewish organizations who consistently put out propaganda against IUIC,
Right.
against the
ADL,
Israelites.
IPAC,
Yeah, the ADL,
Canary Mission.
Canary
Israel
Missions,
Project.
who said we are just so evil
Yeah.
for teaching black people we the real Jews, right?
Yeah.
But I have not heard anything about
And
the
Israel.
creator of Good Burger,
Right.
the creator of all that, the creator Keenan and Kel,
Yeah.
being a Jewish pedophile.
Wow.
I've not heard anything of the such.
Hey, it's the same thing with that Jewish man that kidnapped 30 women.
Right.
Come on now.
Had
we
him
didn't talk
in the
about it.
basement.
Read Revelation 2 and 9.
That's
We gotta
crazy.
bring it out. We gotta bring it out. I've never seen.
Expose these devils.
We gotta expose these devils because they call us so evil. We're so wicked.
Yeah.
We're so diabolical.
Anti-Semitic.
We're so even though we are Semitic, we're so anti-Semitic. Read that.
Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9.
Come on.
I know thy works.
God says he knows our works. He knows what we've gone through, what we've done. Go ahead.
In tribulation.
Come on.
In poverty.
Come on.
But thou art rich.
Read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are
The
Jews.
lies of them which say they are Jews, like Dan Schneider,
And are not.
and are what?
And are not.
They are not the Jew. Come on.
But are the synagogue of Satan.
They are the chief house, the chief representative of Satan. That's why you see two in the same year, two people in the same year exposed for pedophilia or sexual abuse.
And it's crazy because they like to say that they are not the ones who run the media.
Right.
But it seems like on every channel we find Jewish producers putting out these shows.
Every
In
single
particular, the shows that our kids watch.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Or they couldn't find no black producer to produce Keenan and Kel.
Right.
They couldn't find Cousin Skeeter. All these black shows. Why do they always go get Jewish producers to produce these shows? Why? Because they want to put they want to send certain messages to your children.
Yep.
They want to make your children effeminate, weak,
Yep.
and ungodly.
Right.
They know your kids gonna be the ones in front of the TV because their kids are at tennis practice. They
got
basketball.
tutors.
Exactly. They're doing
Tutors.
something productive. Our
Yeah.
kids are in front of the TV.
Yeah,
They know that.
clubs, school clubs.
Most of y'all listening at home, even myself, you grew up in front of the TV.
Sure did.
You know what I'm saying? You grew
Sure
up in
did.
front of the TV. You know all these shows
Sure
back
do.
and forth.
Yep.
We throw King and Kill on right now.
Right now.
You gonna be like, why did he love soda so much?
Right.
Why did they spray soda on him
Like
all
that.
the time? That
All
was,
the time.
now you think
Weird.
back, it was some weird
Yeah,
stuff
it was
going
weird.
on.
Or Nickelodeon had
Or the
that
goo.
That goo, yeah,
Hey,
slime time.
yo, go
It's
back
slime
to
time.
go back to the thing because it's gonna say it. Go back to
The article.
the article. Read that. There were a number of scenes. Read that part.
There were a number of scenes in Snyder's shows, including Zoe
I
101,
want you to see what he called it. Read.
that had sexual innuendo being performed by minors,
Read.
including squirting goo on girls' faces.
Read.
Alexa Nicholas said she recalled filming a scene of Zoe 101
Watch what the men called it.
and hearing the men on set call it a cum shot.
Oh, what?
A cum shot.
That's a little girl. The men on set called it a cum shot.
That's crazy.
That's some that's diabolical right there.
Hey, at this point, I don't want to hear nothing about Israel not in Christ being the hate.
Right.
Right.
This is disgusting
That's
stuff
some
you see right here.
disgusting-
The Jewish and the ADL, they are a pedophile group.
Right.
They
You
are
know what I'm saying? We need to start pushing that. Y'all are a pedophile
They
group.
worse than the
Right.
KKK.
Yeah.
But no, you remember it was
you say
established.
nothing.
The ADL was established on the basis of a pedophile raping a white woman, and,
right.
and he got
Yeah,
lynched.
yeah.
Right.
And they tried to blame it on the black man.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
The ADL was a pedophile group.
It's
That's
a
a
pedophile
pedophile
group. Because you know what's also true? The ADL has said nothing about Dan Snyder.
No, not at all.
SPLC has said nothing about Dan Snyder.
What they say on the news, we have not gotten word back.
You're right.
From the
So
ADL.
if they don't say anything, that means they agree with
Yep.
the behavior.
It's a media blackout on Schneider, bro. It's a media blackout on this guy. But he's a so-called Jewish guy who in fact is a pedophile and was doing pedophilish things on these shows.
Right now, they can't hear it. They said Baruch sent me a text said they can't hear us. I think they tapped into the,
It's a
the
blackout on
circuitry.
it. It's a media blackout on
Right.
it.
Media black.
Media
They trying to
blackout.
stop this from
I
going
think
out.
they tapped into the circuitry
Right.
here, man.
Right. That's the
They
part.
pressed the button.
Hey, what? Would you finish with the article?
You gotta keep reading.
Go ahead.
Oh, shit.
It's gross, Nicholas said in Quiet on Set. It's appalling behavior on all the adults' behalf that day.
Go ahead.
Other questionable scenes, including girls with phallic objects in their mouths.
Now you know what that innuendo is. A phallic object is like the cucumber challenge.
Wow.
It's like the flashlight challenge. You know what you use? Fellatio comes from that word phallic. Go ahead.
Minor actors in sexual compromising positions and close-ups of girls' feet and tongues. Separate online content featured Ariana Grande
Now Ariana Grande, you know the singer. Go ahead.
sucking her own toes.
For what? Who likes that?
I
Jewish,
know.
Amalek,
Jewish men.
Amalek likes that.
Just like they found them beds underground in them caves
Yeah.
with blood on it.
Right.
You remember that in the same article it mentioned a girl named Alexa Nicholas?
Yeah. Who is that?
She was on Zoe 101. She got a account on this guy that is going to directly correlate with what we just read.
Let's go.
Watch this. Read that.
Former Zoe 101 star says Nickelodeon's Dan Snyder constantly took pictures of kid actors' feet.
Feet. This nigga, this dude, this
Yeah,
demon
fetish.
That is
got a foot fetish. Go ahead, read.
Alexa
What's that
Nicholas
C-word?
has made fresh claims against Nickelodeon showrunner Dan Snyder.
Go ahead.
Alexa Nicholas has made fresh claims against Nickelodeon showrunner Dan Snyder, who was behind Zoe 101, the show in which Nicholas starred as a child.
As a child, he's gonna give her age too. Go ahead.
Earlier this month, Nicholas alleged that Snyder would sit in on her costume fittings for the show when she was 12 years old.
She was 12 years old. Come on.
And now the child star has accused the producer of photographing child actors' feet.
Go ahead.
Rumors about Snyder having a foot fetish.
Having a what?
Foot fetish.
This nasty, perverted, fake Jew had a what?
pedophile.
Foot fetish.
Come on.
First started online a couple years ago, prior when social media users pieced together clips from Snyder's shows showing bare feet.
Showing bare feet.
So
Hey, can I get a script, man? Let me get a script. Can I get a script, please? Just one
go
script.
get it. Get it.
Hey, get a Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16.
Yeah,
Hebrews
that's
chapter
good.
12, verse 16.
Man.
Let's see what the scriptures say about the Jewish, which his biblical name is Esau.
Amalek.
Amalek.
Idumean, Edom,
I do me it.
Satan,
Yo,
the
go ahead, read
first.
what you got.
Satan.
Satan.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
He says, lest there be any fornicator or profane. Profane means ungodly.
Ugh.
Having a foot fetish, watching little children, having them put their toes in their mouths, covering them with slime. This is ungodly. These people are ungodly. That's what the Bible is saying.
It's heavy.
Oh
I never
my
thought about why
God.
they would hit people with goo.
Yeah,
I never thought about
I never either.
Why are they doing
Goes
that?
into more of it on the article.
Oh
Damn.
my goodness.
About,
Go back to the article.
all
Yeah, go
that.
back to the
Go back to the article, man.
This nigga
Started where it says one, all that.
One All That sketch featured child actors guzzling coffee and sugar, the latter of which congealed into white goo.
Oh,
Come
How
on,
could
man.
coffee congeal
White
into
goo.
white goo?
Come on, man.
Congeal into gold. Hey,
You know, as
I
children-
drank a lot of coffee. It never
Nah, you
congealed.
never congealed into no damn white goo. Go ahead.
Snyder was accused of running longer hours on All That than child labor laws permitted.
Damn.
Damn, he had a sweatshop.
right. He
Yeah,
had
sweatshop.
slave working these children.
And you know what? Have you seen Amanda Bynes lately?
Bro, they
was
all
crazy.
look bad.
Crazy.
And you not even heard. What's the two twins?
Oh, no, I ain't never seen them.
Olsen
The
twins.
Zach and Cody?
They
No,
look
not
like-
them.
Oh,
The
the
Olsen twins.
Olsen twins.
Oh,
The ones who was on
April,
Full House.
Ashley Olsen, and
Yeah,
them.
bro.
Mary
They
and
look
Ashley.
jacked
They look
up,
like
bro.
zombies.
Lindsay
bro.
Lohan, all of them look jacked.
Orlando Brown,
Oh,
Raven
we know about
Simone,
him
they
already.
all just look crazy.
We're going to hear about Raven Simone in a second. Go ahead.
All That actor Brian Hearn accused Snyder of favoring white actors, which his mother corroborated.
So not only is this dude a pedophile and work a sweatshop,
He's racist.
He's racist. What is not
racist
wrong with this guy?
pedophile with a
He's a
sweatshop.
conglomerate of evil.
What is not wrong with this
He's
guy?
the synagogue of Satan.
That's it. He is a synagogue.
He's profane.
He's a sinister six. In one man. Go ahead.
This came through in some sketches,
Uh-huh.
like one in which Hearn played a boy selling cookies as if they were drugs.
Wow.
Hearn is a black man.
Yeah, Brian Hearn is
Black
back.
man.
So Hearn's got to sell cookies like drugs.
Yeah,
you gotta
you
get
gotta
the
get the cookies off. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy,
He's
bro.
selling cookie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
he
they call it.
perpetu-
That's what they call
They
weed.
call one
Yeah,
cookie.
So,
That's crazy.
so now he adds on, he's perpetuating stereotypes against us. This
Damn.
guy is something else.
Hey,
That's some
keep
evil
reading
shit.
it. Keep reading. See what they called him.
Another sketch featured him playing the youngest rapper ever, Little Fetus.
Little.
What? Little what?
Little
boy.
Fetus.
Oh, wow.
That's funny.
Little Pete is crazy.
ahead,
bro.
keep reading.
Good.
It said that someone on set said that his skin tone colored leotard should be charcoal colored.
Damn, his leotard had to be the thing.
So he said he was his skin. Oh, the
No, he
leotard
was-
got to be matching his skin.
Right,
Yeah.
the skin tone
He gotta
got to
be
be
black.
black because he black. Okay,
Okay,
we got
keep going.
those too. Okay.
Snyder also was alleged to have bullied black actress Raquel Lee Bellow,
Oh, that I know what that is. Go ahead.
even getting angry when a birthday cake was given to her to share with the cast and crew. He fired her shortly after.
Damn.
Wow.
Snyder was accused of being mercurial, with mood swings that
Hold on.
Bring
That's
what?
not a normal.
Somebody got to
Mercurial.
define that word right there. You
Mercurial?
can't go by that word like that, dog. He said he was
got me out
accused
of
of being
All
what?
right, I got the definition.
I ain't never been accused
You got
of
the
that,
definition?
bro.
Yeah. You mercurial. Yeah, you never heard that in your life.
Mercurial?
Hold on.
Mercurial describes someone whose mood or behavior is changeable and unpredictable. or
Bipolar.
So he's bipolar.
Right.
Why they ain't just
Right.
Why
say
they just say that? They, trying to be they wrote bipolar and put clicked it and said synonyms and put mercurial.
mercurial?
The
They
hell
don't
outta
want you to
here.
know. That's what it is. They
Yeah,
don't
that's
want
what
you
it
to know.
is. Yeah, they trying to be
Mercurial.
because Negroes they mercurial. They just pass over that word.
Go ahead.
with mood swings that would intimidate not just the children, but also the
The
parents. Not just the children,
Insurance.
No, yo.
but also the parents and staff, especially the women, on the sets of his shows. Snyder Snyder would also often get women working in the wardrobe department to give him massages at work.
So this man's just a pure pedophile.
He's
It's
a
the
menace.
same as that guy who
Jump down and say,
the ADL founded his cell phone. I gotta find that article about the guy, the founding of the ADL.
Hey, he's what you call a sexual deviant.
Yeah, bro, this
That's what
guy's
he
a
is.
menace, bro.
Hey, because Raven Simone used to work under this man. And I want to play a little quick clip if we can.
No, not a founding.
Keith, can you play that clip?
Yeah.
All
First
praises,
try.
man. Because Raven Simone, you know, unfortunately, she's a dyke now. And unfortunately, you know, I would like her
Sorry to hear about that.
be a married woman.
Yeah.
But
Man.
she's married to a woman, which is against God's laws totally.
And apparently she's the man.
And
Wearing clothes. He was wearing a righteous garment that was white as snow. So he had a body, right? Read. And the head of his head, like a pure wool. The hair on his head was like pure wool. Nappy hair. This is what the Most High God had.
I got this article here because this is just innate character, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they achieve positions of power,
Yep.
this is what they do. Now, this is the guy in which who we about to read about is where the ADL founded.
Mm-hmm.
They started their mission after this, right? So this is his name is Leo Frank. It's a 31-year-old Leo Frank, a Jewish factory superintendent, was kidnapped for prison in Atlanta, Georgia, and lynched by an anti-Semitic mob. Now they call him anti-Semitic because he's Jewish, but they didn't give a damn that he was Jewish.
Right.
They kidnapped him for what he did.
Right.
Look, it says on August 17, 1915, the attack, which is the only Jewish lynching in U.S. history, followed a huge sensational trial. Frank would have been convicted a trial in which Frank had been convicted. Now they put in parentheses, most historians account it wrongfully.
Oh,
wow, now history is wrong.
Why you put that
The man
in
was
there?
lynched because he was demonic. He
They put that in there in parentheses, but he was convicted for sexually assaulting and murdering a 13-year-old girl.
Damn!
And that is what the ADL, this Jewish league, Jewish league, founded their whole thing on. This is in their DNA to be perverse and evil like this when they get set over people.
Yep.
They are perverted and a vile race. I don't care who gets mad. Get mad. Call your mom.
Detestable.
Daddy.
Call me anti-Semitic.
Go to Habakkuk 1
I
and
don't
4.
care. Them dudes are disgusting. They are the most ratchet, nastiest, polluted, rank, trifling people on the planet.
The God calls them the basest of all men. Just to throw some biblical terms.
And for you parents that's taking your children, you want them to be Hollywood successes.
Right.
You taking them to the sets of shows like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, the Disney Channel. You are you need to become educated.
You need to become educated.
Because don't let your lust for money cause you to defile your children.
Because what you're doing is selling the soul of your child.
Exactly.
I'm going to prove that too. Read that and then we're going to go to Revelation 18.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Jump to chapter 1 and verse 4.
Habakkuk
So we see that God says this Edomite soul that is in him is not upright. It's not going to bring forth the laws of God.
Right.
It's going to do things like murder and rape a 13-year-old child who's not even fully developed in her body as yet. It'll do things like be underground in a cave, raping little women, having blood on a blood-stained beds everywhere.
30 women.
Taking
30
pictures
women.
of little kids' feet.
Taking pictures of little kids' feet. There's a video on that article with iCarly. She put her toe into a damn tub. And when you watch it, you're like, why is that on there? Because these people are perverse.
Yeah.
Their soul is not upright. That's why you want the white man to treat you right. He will not.
You got to show that too, man, because our people need to see these visuals.
They got to see it. They got to see it. Go ahead.
Habakkuk chapter 1 and verse 4.
Come on.
Therefore the law is slack.
What is slack?
The law is slack.
Read.
And judgment doth never go forth.
Judgment don't never go forward. Now they say stuff like, history was wrong. the anti-Semitic group of people.
I ain't never heard niggas say history was wrong.
Yeah, what the hell?
Nobody say that.
History was wrong.
Only Jewish people can say that. Only these damn Amalekites can say that.
They can look back and not been there and be like, you know what, that was wrong.
Yeah,
You was not in the room. You don't know what happened.
Right.
Or they
Go to Revelation 18.
They
man.
base their whole thing upon a situation that happened, but when it's happening today, they still don't do nothing with it.
Right.
Exactly.
And they still don't say nothing. They don't come out and say Dan Snyder was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They don't come out and say that dude that had 30 women in a basement raping them was wrong. They don't do none of that
What's
stuff.
that do with the island? What's his name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah,
they don't say none of that stuff was wrong.
Hell, not to mention the Catholic priest.
Right.
They raping all them kids.
Right.
Yeah.
And Jewish people are supposed to be against Catholicism, but they don't say nothing about
Nope.
how that's wrong. What the hell is this? That's how you know that all these Edomites are really in cahoots with each other. Go to Revelation 18 and let's go to verse 11. No, verse 12.
Revelations chapter 18 and verse 12.
Come on.
The merchandise of gold and silver.
You moms and fathers, you sold your child. Amanda's mother and father sold their child soul to Satan. Who let's see another. Raven Simone's mom and dad sold their child's soul to Satan.
Hey. Well, you know our people are wicked as hell too, because Usher got sold to Diddy.
Damn.
So
It's called Diddy Flavor Camp, right?
Diddy Flavor,
yeah.
Don't go to why the cat was
Saber
talking about.
camp.
Don't go to Diddy's
He
parties.
said, just tell Diddy no. Just
He said, just say no. Why you gotta say that? That's crazy.
tell Dan Schneider no.
No.
Tell him no.
Yeah, and then you lose all that money. That's the problem. You're too focused on merchandise. Read on.
The merchandise of gold and silver.
Come on.
And precious stones. And of pearls and fine linen. And purple and silk and scarlet. And all Thyane wood. And all manner vessels of ivory.
Read.
And all manner vessels of most precious wood.
These are the things that America sells. Go ahead.
And of brass and iron.
Sells and has sold in time. Watch this.
And marble and cinnamon.
Read.
And odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour.
This is the merchandise of America through her companies. Watch this.
And wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves.
And what?
And slaves.
Slave. America, the only way America got so powerful is through the commerce of chattel slavery. Free labor. That's how America became the most powerful nation on the face of the earth. Don't let them come out and say, oh, it's a recession. Ain't no damn recession. America is the most powerful, most paid country on this earth. Watch this next part.
And souls of men.
Now America sells what?
Souls of men.
You are dealing in the merchandise of souls of men. Raven Simone, she sold, her soul was sold. All that, all these people we've been talking about, all these Nickelodeon stars, their soul was sold. That's why they look so crazy nowadays. You seen Jaden Smith and his sister Willow? They look crazy. You never like, what's wrong with them? Because their soul has been sold.
And many people may know, what do that mean that they soul was sold? You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Sirach 10. Sirach 10. Some people might think, what do it mean to your soul was sold?
Hey, this is what Cat Williams was talking about, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a difference. It's different high levels of witchcraft that goes on in the world.
Yeah, you don't even know it.
But in particularly, whenever you go against the morale of the Bible for opportunity and money, you have sold your soul.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Whenever you go against your own moral compass to benefit financially, you have sold your soul. Read verse 9.
Sirach chapter 10 and verse 9. Why is earth and ashes proud?
So when we talk about earth and ashes, he's speaking about man, because we was made of the dirt.
That's
the
right.
question is, how can a man be so prideful, being that we come from the dirt? You should be humble to be like, okay, we really just dirt. When you look at what's inside of us, you dig in the earth, we got all the same elements, the same minerals, the same stuff that's in the earth is in us. That's how we know we come from the earth, right? But read on.
There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man.
God said, it's nothing worse than a covetous man. The word covetous means somebody who desires wicked things. You parents who take your kids on the set of Nickelodeon, because you looking for fame and fortune,
What'd you call
you
it?
are a covetous man.
What'd you call it?
What I said?
Nickelodeon.
What's it called?
It's a place.
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon?
He said all these years.
Nickelodeon. It's a place.
Nickelodeon?
No, Nickelodeon.
All these years.
Whatever it's called. Yeah.
Satan's house. Satan's house.
It's
Yeah.
Nickelodeon. It is a place of Satan.
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, Nickelodeon. Yeah. You taking your kids to Nickelodeon is because you are a covetous man or woman. Read on.
For such an one setteth his own soul to sale.
These type of people who are covetous, they desire money.
Yep.
They put their own soul for sale. They say, okay, what is... Oh, okay, I know. I'm not homosexual. But it's always this lingering question that's been going around the black community. Would you do this for $1 million?
Right.
Why was that question in every neighborhood?
Yeah, it is in every.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Because certain people are getting asked this question.
Yeah. Would you grab your ankles, Meek Mill?
Would you...
Would you party with Diddy?
Allegedly.
Would you suck up this? Would you do that for $1 million?
60,000?
I do it for
It
less.
say you would sell your soul for that. Some people are like, oh, that's not what the Bible talking about. Read the next part. Let's see.
Because while he liveth,
While you was alive,
he casteth away his bowels.
your bowels are your internal organs.
He gave them away.
You gave them away. You bent over, grabbed your knee, you grabbed your ankles, and you let somebody enter inside your bowels
Damn.
Yuck.
to set your own soul for sale. That's why a lot of these kids be mentally jacked up
Yep.
because they've been touched, they've been molested, they've been violated as kids, and they grow up and they like, I'm not gay.
Right.
But my dad let this man touch me so that I could be on TV.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And a lot of them are jacked up today.
to this day.
To this day.
And
They got therapy.
that's because they follow after Caesar Borgia.
Exactly.
That's what it is. Go to Wisdom of Solomon real quick. I want you to start at 14 and 20. Do there. Go there. Because Caesar Borgia is the daddy of these. He the daddy of this world. Meaning what? He is the progenitor of these wicked people that's running this wicked system. Like what Aaron read earlier. Go ahead, read that.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14 and verse 20. And so the multitude, allured by the grace of the work,
We are lured by the money. Come on.
took him now for a god,
So we take this white man for a god. Read.
which a little before was but honored as a man.
Which we know him, he's just a man. But because he got all his money, this fame, and this fortune, you put him in a place of a god. You idolize this person. Come on.
And this was an occasion to deceive the world.
So now Caesar Bo got the whole world deceived. Everybody's deceived. Now, you are deemed crazy if you preach righteousness. You are deemed foolish when you preach righteousness, like we do. We go out in the streets, we teach the laws of God. We looked at as crazy, we cringy, we all these negative connotations. But meanwhile, you giving your kid over to pedophile men. But we crazy. Read.
For men, serving either calamity or tyranny, did ascribe unto stones and stocks the incommunicable name.
Come on.
Moreover, this was not enough for them.
So it wasn't enough for them. Read.
That they erred in the knowledge of God.
Come on.
But whereas they lived in the great war of ignorance.
That's where we living right now. Believe it or not, everything you do is idol worship.
Right.
Nickelodeon, it was 9 times out of 10 was made after an idolatrous god.
Where'd you go?
He got you saying it.
I'm Nickelodeon, bro. It's a place.
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
It's a place.
Nickelodeon, man.
You take your kids to Nickelodeon and they come back crazy.
It's a place. It's Epstein Island for real.
Epstein Island around there. That's Nickelodeon.
That's the name of his island.
That's the name of his island. Nickelodeon. Come on.
Read verse 23.
Those so great plagues called they peace.
Come on.
For whilst
So they think they in good case. They got money.
Got fame.
They got fame, but they don't have a butthole no more because it's been taken.
ravaged.
Bowels have been spilled.
It's been ravaged. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's the truth.
You squeamish, go home.
You squeamish, go on. Read.
For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices.
What did they do?
Slew their children in
So
sacrifices.
let's talk about abortion. But guess what it's also talking about? You giving your son or your daughter away to a pedophilish man for money. You sacrificing your kid's sanity for riches. That's what's happening in Nickelodeon. Read.
Or use secret ceremonies.
Use what?
Secret ceremonies.
You know that they be setting up. You know that place they go with that big
Bohemian
old owl.
Grove.
Yeah. And they
Bohemian
be
Grove.
a bunch of perverted white men. They do uncoordinated dances around the aisle because they don't have no rhythm.
Right.
So they doing uncoordinated dances around the aisle with a dirty witch in the middle dancing. Come on.
Or made revelings of strange rites.
Revelings of strange rites. Nickelodeon, it's a strange rite. It's a strange rite for you to give your child over to a pedophilish Amalekian Edomite, and you let him make your children suck their toes. You made them squirt white stuff on their faces, all for money. Read.
They kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled.
Jump to 26.
Verse 26.
Come on.
Disquieting of good men.
So they disquiet good men, meaning what? They turn these good children into pedophiles and perverts. Come on.
Forgetfulness of good terms.
So they forget God and what all the Most High God done for us, which was what? Take us out of Egypt and gave us the law, statutes, and commandments. They forget about God. Come on.
Defiling of souls.
They do what?
Defiling of souls.
They defile these children's souls. Look at what's my man's name from That's So Raven.
Orlando Brown.
Look at Orlando Brown. This guy is crazy.
Hey, think about how many kids have killed themselves that we've seen from Disney Channel that killed themselves.
Yes.
They didn't know what to do.
Yes, they don't know what to. Some of them go into hiding. They just drop off the map because they don't want nothing to do with it. Some of them try to make it, but they're crazy. Look at Orlando Brown. He getting kicked out of random dudes' houses in the middle of the street, running. You know, just doing all kind of crazy stuff. Then you got Raven Simone. She gladly eats period blood.
Drinking, laughing about eating period
She
blood.
gladly eats it. Her soul has been defiled.
She's
Read.
a Nickelodeon.
Changing of kind.
Changing of what?
Changing of kind.
Don't we see that on these trans people?
We just seen
They
Raven.
putting that in the TV shows all the time now.
Oh my!
Right,
When
and
you
the
go
Wayne
back and
Wayne
look at
song.
a lot of these cartoons that even we was watching, they've been programming us
Yup.
for that stuff. Like
They ain't
when you
programming
watch, I don't know if y'all remember this show. It's called The Powerpuff Girls. Right?
Yes.
It was a character on there named Him.
Yeah.
And him was a her.
It was a
But
word.
him, he was like, what the
He was
hell
a
is
him,
this?
though.
When you
Yeah.
go back, you be like, what the? He was a,
Yeah.
him
He was a him?
was a him,
But he was
a her.
At the same time.
Yeah, it's like, but they've been programming us
Yep.
for that for a long time.
Yep.
If you even go back and watch some of the old shows, you be
Yes.
like, damn, they been putting this stuff
Watch,
in.
watch the Looney Tunes for Bugs Bunny back in the day.
Yeah, they
Bugs
always
Bunny,
got Bugs
Crossdress.
Bunny in the dress.
That's the
Yeah,
40s.
yeah.
The one with the
50s.
cow and chicken, they would have that
That was
naked devil
vile.
dude walking around.
Yes,
he
he
was
was
gay.
gay.
Robot,
Yeah.
robot
Stroking
chicken.
chick, yeah.
All that stuff.
stuff is evil,
shoot. Bro, this is what the land of Nickelodeon produces.
bro.
Right,
Yes.
hey, and Dwayne Wade's son, what's his name? Zendaya now? Zendaya?
Zaire, I think.
Something like that.
I think it's
But-
Zaire.
Zaire,
Yeah.
right? So I'm pretty
Confused,
sure
isn't
he
it?
probably
Confused.
grew up in Nickelodeon.
Oh, of
Right.
course.
Right, you know what I mean?
Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
For
right.
sure. He was
So-
raised.
And he was in Miami.
nowadays,
He was at all of them.
Oh, he was at the home of the
What they
Nickelodeon.
call that? What they call it? The space they got
Disney World?
Disney World. They got a bunch of them down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Universal Studios.
Universal Studios.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
look,
He was in the heart of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, the heart of Nickelodeon. He was probably Dwayne Wade is the mayor of Nickelodeon.
Right. And his wife is the dictator.
No, his wife is the mayor. He is like the first lady or
He's the
something.
first
He
man.
the first
First
man.
man.
Finish it out. Verse 26. Come on.
Disorder in marriages. Adultery.
Uh-huh.
And shameless uncleanness.
Shameless uncleanness. That's all that perverted stuff that our people get into. Finish it out. Verse 27.
For the worshiping of idols.
Uh-huh.
Not to be named is the beginning,
Uh-huh.
the cause, and the end of all evil.
And what's their idol? Money.
Yeah.
That's it.
Money.
Hey, jump to verse 11.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, verse 11. Therefore, even upon the idols of the Gentiles shall there be a visitation, because in the creature of God they are become an abomination and stumbling blocks to the souls of men.
it.
So it says these idols become a stumbling block for our people. Keep reading.
And a snare to the feet of the unwise.
Remember, many of these children, many of the parents of these children, many of them come from poverty. So when they see an opportunity to get some money, Because many people come from poverty.
Yep.
So the Jewish man funds all these things, the projects, all these things to keep our people at the bottom, but then presents things that they know is abominable and evil, and our people are unwise and they're poverty. So they say, you know what, let me take that and make sure my kid gets it better so I get it better too. And they don't have many of them don't have evil intentions, but they think, okay, well, I can help you get a better life.
I'm gonna show you. We speaking about the kids right now, but it's the same thing with these adults in Hollywood.
Remember Sukiana?
The music industry.
Bro, what's old girl name?
That's going
That's
on.
what I say. Remember Sukiana? She was crying about.
About she sold her soul.
Yeah, she said she
now
sold her
she's
soul.
in full whoredom.
Yeah, that was about 3 years ago. She said I sold my soul, y'all.
Watch this. Go to the
I don't know what to do.
She talking about she pride. What is it? She proudly drinks piss.
Who?
Hey yo,
Sukiana.
She's disgusting.
And you got some.
She's a nasty person. They destroyed this woman.
Purious adulteress.
There you go.
If you ever seen some of these singers before they became famous, they were gentle, they were nice,
Different.
and then when they got into the industry, they just completely
They got
changed.
spirits.
Man,
Beyonce.
Beyonce had to develop other personalities just to
You got
Just to get
Nicki
through it.
Minaj.
just to cope.
I wonder what she been through.
Sasha Fierce.
Proverbs
Right,
19 to 2.
Sasha
Yeah,
Fierce.
Sasha Roman is Nicki Minaj. Yeah, go ahead.
Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 2. Also, that the soul be without knowledge.
The soul is not supposed to be without knowledge. The soul is supposed to be, the inside of the soul is supposed to be the knowledge of God, meaning the laws of God. It's supposed to dictate how you walk, how you talk, how you move, how you think. Read.
It is not good.
It's not what?
It is not
It's
good.
not good for a soul to be without knowledge. When you give your soul to these devils and they destroy your children or they destroy you, it's because you sold yourself to them. That's right. Go ahead.
And he that hasteth with his feet sinneth.
A lot of y'all are too fast. You do it too quick. You get the big record deal, the big deal in front of your face. Now it's, should I sign right now? Right. They make you, I heard some stories how they will put you in a room. Just you. You don't have no managers or nothing. You were foolish. Yeah. They put you in a room and they force you to sign a bad contract. Mm-hmm. That's what they did to Dave Chappelle. Millions, he could be $500 million right now. But he not like it because they forced him to sign a contract that went against his principles.
Think about it. All that stuff starts in high school because most of these young men that get into basketball, football, don't know nothing about finances or nothing. They purposely don't put it in the school. So when they get into the industries, they don't know what to do.
They don't know what to do. That's exactly what happens. Go to Jeremiah 51:6. So now I heard one of y'all said a lot of these people from Disney, they were killing themselves because they don't know what to do. The Bible has your solution. We're going to read it right now.
Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
You have to leave Hollywood. Hollywood is going to get you destroyed.
Nickelodeon
will turn you into one of them things that was like all hell plankton.
Disney Channel.
All hell plankton?
You ever seen that?
Damn.
Yeah, all hail white Jesus.
Wow.
You would turn into a slave, a drone, a robot of wickedness. Yep. Read on.
And deliver every man his soul.
Deliver what?
Every man his soul.
You have to deliver your own soul. Yeah. You sold your soul, you need to deliver it back. Yeah. Get out of there. Run from these people. Flee from these people because they're going to destroy you. Come on.
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Be not what?
Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Because in time, the Lord will destroy this place. You think America can run and how ungodly it is? You think there's not a God that's sitting up in the heavens watching this evil go on? Hell no! God will not allow this place to continue. And shortly, very soon, it will be destroyed. Come on.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
It's going to be time for the Lord's vengeance. Just you wait. Just you watch. These purple prophets are rising up all over the earth to bring forth the true judgment of God. Right now, it's only biblical. Soon it will be physical. That's right. Read.
He will render unto her a recompense.
America will be rendered a recompense. That's why you must deliver your soul. All right?
Let me get one. Proverbs 24 and verse 1. Because this is for a lot of y'all brothers and sisters at home who desires to be famous. You desires fortune. You desires to walk. You see the celebrities on TV. You see the stars. You see the kid stars. You say, I want that. Growing up, we all said that. Oh, I want to be like that, right?
I want to be like Drip Honey. What's the name?
You want to be dripping honey,
dripping agave
through the schools of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But listen to this.
Proverbs chapter 24 and verse 1. Be not thou envious against evil men.
The Bible say, do not be desirous of evil men. You see a lot of these celebrities, they set up because they sold out. They sold out their own people. Even a lot of these black leaders, your Al Sharptons, your Jesse Jacksons, your Creflo Dollars, your TD Jakes, a lot of these people are set up, they millionaires because they sold out their communities. Right? Read on.
Neither desire to be with them.
You're not supposed to desire your kids to be on Nickelodeon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to desire these things. Read.
For their heart studieth destruction.
There's evil people out here who study ways on how to destroy the black community.
That's right.
Don't put yourself into a position to where you are used as a tool to destroy your own people.
That's right.
Why would they pay me millions of dollars to talk about shoot 'em up bang bang?
Right.
Why do they pay me millions of dollars to twerk on the internet?
Yep.
Why would they pay me millions of dollars to say F my baby daddy?
Right.
Why? Because you are being used as a tool to influence the generation behind us to be ignorant and to destroy continuously destroy their communities.
That's right.
Read on.
And their lips talk of mischief.
So it's time for us to remove that vain thought of, I want to be like these celebrities.
That's right.
These celebrities, they mentally are breaking down.
Right. They don't want to be like them.
They don't want to be like them.
Damn.
You wonder why they get all this money and then jump off the Empire State Building.
Exactly.
They kill themselves. Because they had to do certain stuff to get that money that's destroyed them mentally.
That's right.
So
All praise to the Most High. I hope you got something from today's radio show, man. You was on live with Signs of the Times. IUIC Detroit. We got a school 20118 Schoolcraft Road. Show up today. The doors is opening at 2:30. Lord's will we see you. All right. With that, we say Most High in Christ bless you and shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.